awkward block.
I know. I've really got to get on getting this fixed. And I say that every time. Y'all got to remind
Skipper, Gavin, Madrill, Sandy, Skipper, Dragon Lair, Foxy Fish, Drew, Amy, Lori.
Danny, hit your cam.
We're here now. Chubz, are you here?
Yeah.
Danielle?
Miss Danny, can we see you? Can you see us?
There she is.
Okay. All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to another Down the Bayou Monday night. I'm going to say Saturday night. I'm going to start singing the song. And so we started telling everybody hello in chat while we have that really awkward blank spot in the intro at the end. But introducing below Mr. Kenny E and Miss Danny E with Daniken Aquatics. Thank you guys for coming.
Thanks for having us. We've been talking about doing this for a while, so it's about time we got her done, huh?
That's right. That's right. Miss Flip says hello. I meant to say that right off the bat.
What's going on, Flip?
She has done very well through the winter. I was kind of worried for a little while with us getting as cold as we did. Hopefully that doesn't happen again. That was a little cold for a 24-year-old.
Yeah, I imagine.
She's 26 this year. Excuse me, 26. Miss Danny, you'll have to come next time.
Yep. That'll be fun.
Right?
Yeah.
Always is.
Well, you guys got some great people in here tonight. Great people.
Oh, yeah.
Where did you stop saying hellos in chat?
Don't remember.
Right?
They sound like us.
I'm gonna let you finish saying the hello. Because I can't hear who you've already said.
Yep.
We'll let everybody know that
I've got said, but I don't know who I didn't see. Hey, Gavin.
What's going on, Kev? Brian? Mississippi hippies in the house.
Okay, you see where that's at?
Dragon Lair.
Dragon Lair.
Mr.
Amy.
Podrick.
Muppet. Tell me when you think we're at the bottom.
Hey, Holly.
I know this is fun. Like it's almost like playing charades.
Never ending.
Never ending, right? All right, you guys. I did, right? You guys are the first ones I have ever, actually made a list of questions for.
Uh-oh, Ken, we might be in trouble.
I was prepared. Well, I tried to think of things that,
Did she freeze?
She sure did.
Oh,
my God. Oh, yes, Jess, I'm putting you on. Oh, yep. I got that on forever camera right there.
Did it freeze on a good one?
You did it. Oh, yeah, you went.
Absolutely.
We got you like
I
this.
didn't make sure not to make any funny.
Ken, you froze.
This is going to be fun.
Yeah, rocket.
Okay, so the first question I've got is, when you guys were growing up, before you met each other, did you have fish tanks as kids or teenagers?
I started off with about a 5 to 10 gallon fish bowl. And I went down to my local lake and caught some bullhead and a couple little perch and crappies and had like 3 or 4 fish in there. And they lasted overnight. But then I've kept fish over the years along the way.
Uh-oh. She hit the wrong button.
Wrong button.
She's not used to being in streams with me.
I am so glad she came. You don't know how tickled I am that she came.
Yep.
Hold on.
I'll try to make sure when I freeze again that I'm smiling.
Okay, there we go. I was gonna say it's kicking me off. Everybody's freezing on my end.
Yeah, we'll be fine, honey. We'll get it. Sometimes YouTube, it takes a minute for it to work out. So it'll work itself out. But like I said, I kept numerous little tanks as a kid. I started when I was about 10, fell in love with it.
Miss Danny?
What was the question? I didn't hear it.
I'm sorry. Did you have the fish tank prior to you two guys being married, getting together and being married as children or as a child or teenage years or college years?
So my dad, when I was in the 6th grade, I became very, very, very ill with pneumonia, like really, really bad. And my dad brought in a little 10 or 20 gallon fish tank into my room so that I could watch it and get away from the pain of breathing.
Aww.
And so he set me up this beautiful little fish tank with all kinds of neon tetras. And I absolutely loved that tank. And it had really pretty rocks that were glued to the back of it. So it made this really cool and interesting background. I would like to duplicate that someday.
I was just going to ask, have you ever tried to duplicate that tank?
Well, I do have a rock saw, and I'm trying to get the right rocks to cut so that you can see through them so that light will penetrate the back, but it will actually show through the light will show through the rocks. So I have to gather enough of those.
And the right rocks so they don't sit and fizz up the tank.
No, they're on the outside of the tank, Ken. They're glued to the outside of the tank.
Oh, man. Wow. That would be interesting, though, to see rocks that were fizzing in the tank. I haven't seen that
yet.
Those are called pop rocks, Ken, and you're not supposed to put them in the
That's right.
Sorry, I couldn't help myself.
Oh, Lord. We're in trouble tonight, Chubz. I can see already. They're already picking up.
That's right. Well, so the next question is, how long were you guys in Hawaii?
Almost 3 years.
Okay.
And we loved the island. We had a good time.
When you were there ever any volcanic eruption scares?
No. We were on Oahu, so there wasn't too much of that. Most of the volcanic activity is over on the Big Island.
Did you ever go and collect any of those rocks, the volcanic rocks, and put in your tanks? Or could you?
Not there. We have a bunch of volcanic rock we've collected from here because this whole area is all volcanoes where we live. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're all these are active volcanoes. They just, at any time, Mount Hood could blow if it wanted to. All of them are part of this little range here, the Cascade Range. It's Mount Hood, Mount Adams, Mount St. Helens, which has already showed us what it's capable of.
Right.
So we have a little place over in Sisters that we go and collect, and we get these beautiful black lava rock that is just amazing.
Awesome.
And then the other thing we get is a lot of cool river rock from here. Oregon's got a lot of cool river rock.
I love river rock.
Most of everything behind me came from Oregon here.
But one of the coolest things about Oregon and rocks is between the two volcanoes, or between the volcanoes, Mount Hood and Sisters, there's a legend that they used to throw lava at each other. And in between, in the valley between those mountains is what they call thunder eggs, which you can pick up, and they're kind of a round rock. I could show you one. I've got several, but you slice them in half and they have really interesting patterns and scenes on the inside, and they're all different colors. They're so beautiful.
Oh, wow. Wow. So what got y'all to Oregon? Like what? From Hawaii to Oregon, was it the military? Oh, it was you.
Her. How are you doing? Yeah.
So we went to Illinois, his home place of birth and where he was raised, right after we came back from Hawaii.
Yeah.
And
that's probably what started it all, from wanting to leave it. We go from 85 degrees in Honolulu. We weren't thinking, we were in shorts, to minus 22 in Chicago when we landed. Danny's like, what the heck?
culture shock.
I
What?
bet you that wasn't the word of choice, but yeah.
So in '98, she finally had enough of my land and said, "Let's move to Oregon."
Well, I decided I was going to take a vacation, and I was going to come to Oregon and see my parents for the summer and hang out here. And then I just called Kenny. I said, I'm not going to come back. He said, okay, I'll move out there.
Well, at the time, we were going nowhere fast in Illinois. I mean, it was good. It was time. We needed to move on.
I hear you. Well, moving and changing complete subjects. I don't know why I don't know the answer to this question, but do you guys have any salt tanks? Because I know you used to, but do you?
The only thing we
have
keep
them now?
we just have brackish. That's the mud skippers. No salt water.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kevin Leong, this isn't that's a part of the shirt. It's an LRB shirt. He asked me why I have a sticker on.
Awesome. Because we're representing.
Yeah.
That's right.
Well, today I had a birdie, and you probably heard it too, tell me that I believe, and don't get me, I may be saying this wrong, but you have many types, including some that are unnamed, epistogrammas.
Yes, we do keep epistogrammas.
Yeah.
We're very fortunate. We have a friend that has a wholesaler's license, kind of like Jason up at Redfish. But what he does with his is he brings in these wild fish and then breeds them. So we've gotten the ones that we are currently keeping. We have the Pistogramma Me Too, aka D6s, which are just an amazing little fish. Look just like a clown in the face and stuff. But whenever he brings a new one in and he's got extras, he'll throw them Danny's and I's way just to play with them and have fun with them. And
Nice.
right now, the guy's amazing. He just got wild caught Altum Angels to breed. So he's like one of like 4 people in the United States to actually successfully bring them to. They're this size now, and they are cute, but super, super cool. But the guy's got magic water. Anything he wants to breed, he breeds.
Oh.
Wow. Well, I have actually just today have seen many colors of the epistos, and they're cute.
Yeah.
Now, are they considered a cichlid?
They are.
Yeah.
They are. They're
Sure.
I tell you, I've always been one for keeping those things. Will get in your blood if you start keeping them. The epistogrammas are such a cool little species. Really, really, very, very good parents. They'll stick to their brood like glue, man, and they'll fight to death for those babies. So to see them escorting, because John, I go over there all the time and watch this, and it's funny. The little females will come marching out with their little troops of young, just kind of like a mother dog and her pups, man. It's just cool to watch.
So are they kind of like cribenzas? They kind of.
Yeah, they're very good parents. They're just like cribenzas. Cribenzas are good parents as well. But another place when I was at Dan's Fish, he just had one. Same thing. She was in that massive tank you see on his streams, and she's down in the one corner down there with a big old brew of fresh babies, and there was nobody messing with them. She was down there with her babies, and he has those big denizens and everything else in there, and nobody messes with them.
Kevin Leong says, do you have an RODI system if you had a saltwater tank and now a brackish water tank?
Nope. No more. We're blessed with our water here. It's very hard. And what Danny and I learned a long time ago in our fish keeping is, if you know what you got, stick to what works with your water, Most fish will live in hard water. It's when you start going down that you got a problem when they're not used to it. So Danny and I've had pretty good things. We don't necessarily have to breed everything we have. We're perfectly happy just looking at them every day. But John is always on Danny and I to get an RO because he wants to see us start breeding some of this other cool stuff we have here. But I don't like the idea of the thought of starting to mix and be God, and then you got to get it that way every time, perfect. And,
yeah,
it ain't supposed to be work, man. It's supposed to be fun. You know, that's the way I look at it. But
Well, let's just put it this way. Ken has no interest in it, but Danielle does.
I was just going to ask that. I was going to say, well, he might not, but do you?
Yes, I do. I want an RO system.
well, you're the one that's going to be changing the RO water in every tank you do it in. Then,
Duh.
Well, it's like freeze mom. You just go buy another tank and then you figure out where you're going to put it.
well, the problem is when you start talking RO, you don't mix it right. You got fish floating upside down. I mean, it's a lot more complicated than people think it is. I know a lot of people say, "Oh, it's easy."
How you make it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to know what you're doing, and you better have it down. I would be crushed if I accidentally did something wrong and I lost my entire tank of fish. I would not be happy.
Oh yeah.
That's true. That sucks. So
Yeah,
when you guys got married, did you bring fish with you, or did y'all get married and then you bought a tank? And if so, who was the first one to get fish and get a tank?
It was a combined effort. Our first tank together was while we were in Hawaii. What got us excited about fish again, we had some good friends of ours, Tom and Robin, and they had a huge Oscar. Well, they actually had two of them, didn't they? In a 30-gallon. And Danny and I were like, yeah. So we went out and bought a 55 and promptly filled it with a bunch of tank busters. To this day, we don't know how things survived. I really don't.
I know that's right.
Pop rocks.
Right.
Oh, it was bad, man.
Oh,
We were doing 100%. We were doing 100% water changes, going in and cleaning the gravel every one.
You didn't know about
filter,
the cycle.
filling it with water from Hawaii right out of the hose. So the water going in was probably 120 at the time. I mean, we made so many of us. Never lost it. I do not know what was in that Hawaii one. We very rarely lost fish in Hawaii. I don't know how. We would lose them to killing each other, but we never lost them.
Well, we lost them at first to the cycle because I was like, why did all the fish die? So then I go buy a bunch more. And then all the fish would die again. And then I started reading. And back then it was old school. You'd check out the books from the library and you'd read. And so that's what I did and learned about the cycle and went, oh, that's the problem.
Yep. She was cute with her little books, man. She started reading a bunch of stuff over there. I read a few things myself, and we had fun with it. Then when it came time to leave the island, I mean, we had no trouble. I mean, I can't believe how fast we moved all those Corys and those longfin rosy barbs.
Yeah, and I had the pet stores calling me all the time. Hey, do you have any of this fish? Hey, do you have any of that fish? And so I kept taking and supplying all the stores on the island with the different fish. And I would pick up a book and I'd say, hey, I want to try to breed this. And boom, I was able to breed it. And it was like everything I touched just bred and was so successful.
She was doing those powdered blue to gouramis over there. And they went nuts for her powder blue gouramis. She could not keep them as fast as we'd get a brew. They'd be, give me 40. Well, that's your whole stock, man.
Right.
But they were paying us cash, which was nice. I mean, when we got in Oregon, a lot of them want to run the store credit or whatever, unless they know you. Over there, they paid cash, which was really nice.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
I'm lucky my LFS pays cash as well. So, Danny, we know that you're into the shrimp and the guppies.
Yep.
Sister of mine. What is your next to add to the collection? Are you going to go outside of add to the shrimp and the guppies or go with something completely different?
I'm going to go with a new strain of shrimp that I'm working on getting. But those will take a little bit of different parameters. It'll actually take heat for those shrimp to go. And then I really want to get more into the aquascaping side of things. So I would really like to start breeding more plants or propagating more plants so that I can get more HAP points through the club.
You need to talk to that guy right there.
Must be looking at silhouette shrimp, huh?
Yeah, exactly. So I want to get those because those they actually make me laugh. But I have a
they're
line
very
of
cool
yellow
shrimp.
shrimp from LRB from Lucas Bratz that literally are like 2 inches each. Those shrimp are
Yeah.
gigantic for the little shrimp. I don't know how they're getting so big. They dwarf
Wow.
every other shrimp that I have in the house.
Yeah. Yeah. The ones I got from him are that big too.
Yeah, crazy how big those are. Beautiful.
I know how they're getting
Mhm.
big. Because they're
I
to
Hey,
take
just as much to the
He's going
others.
to
Pop
Pop Rocks.
Rocks.
No, they're the ones that I see every day because I walk right by there and they
Oh,
sit
you
there and look
talk
at
to
me
them
with.
like plants.
Well, they sit
so
there
grow
and
more
they're just
so you
like little
talk
water dogs sit there and like beg at you. So, oh, here you go. Oh, here you go.
Yep. That's what I do too.
So, Kenny, the same question to you. What is the next to add to your collection? Are you going to go with monster fish?
1,200-gallon pool
else?
with stingrays.
There you go.
Yep, I already know that
There
one.
you
The
go.
stingrays are next on the list.
Yep.
That's big.
What's stingray?
But Danny did said in order for me to get stingrays, I had to get a flak jacket because she knows I'll want to get in there with them. And she doesn't want me to pull a Steve Irwin on her, so she wants me to, because she knows I'll be in there swimming with them.
Right.
So she'll make me get a flak jacket.
Are they,
Whatever.
do those have the barbs on them?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, they'll get you.
Really?
Which ones are you looking to
That
get?
would scare me.
He's not going to get the stingrays that's like that killed Steve Irwin, though. Those are saltwater. It's a totally different stingray.
Okay.
I think he's going to be safe. He might get stung on the ankle.
Mine are going to be tame, man. They're going to come up and eat right. They're going to be my little water puppies, man.
Sure.
Well, I was thinking that Brian said family room pool. And I said, well, I was thinking like where you had your boat stored. You won't no longer be able to
No,
pull
they
your
were
boat
correct.
out.
I've got a little spot picked out in the basement. It's our family room.
Yeah.
I got the inspiration from Lori and Catfish Nation and Monster Fish Gal. The way they got their room set up is, I saw that and I'm like, ooh, we can do that.
Wow, I haven't seen that. I'll have to go check that out.
Oh, it's amazing.
When you do it.
Picture the centerpiece of the room is the pool pond with all the monster catfish they have. And then on the outlining edges of the wall, they've got tanks. So then you still have a little area you can walk through. I think you can maybe be able to put a chair there. I don't know. I'm going to figure that out. I'll figure that out along the way. I'll make sure that I make it wide enough where I can fit my little chair.
Well, you put the chair in the middle, and then you can just see everything around you. You can just put your hand out, and then as the stingrays come, you'll just swim around you every time. A circle.
TJ's new life. I wouldn't class that guy in embarrassment to you guys. I actually liked Steve Irwin. He was awesome.
And his wife is just from south of here, Portland.
She's from Eugene. She's an Oregon gal.
Yep.
No, my wife and I were Steve Irwin fanatics. We enjoyed watching him.
I too. I still do. I still watch.
Yep. Yeah, it was definitely a freak accident with him.
Yeah.
So, a little off topic of fish.
Well, that would be something totally new for Ken and I.
Right, I know. So, how long were you a stand-up comedian? Like actually going and doing it? And Miss Danny, did you go with him and were you encoring him in the background?
I was in the audience.
You were in the audience.
Before COVID, I would go. It was just a stand-up deal. You go down and tear it up and walk out. I mean, it was always fun.
Yeah. He'd bring down the house down every single time. Every time. So he would just tell one of his incidents. So
That's what I was supposed to say. He said, did you tell life stories that go around, like the poor little bunnies and the vacuum cleaner type stories?
The one thing I was blessed with being in my life, I was a Marine. Lots of stories from the Marine Corps, right? And then being in the car business all these years, I've had plenty of build up there. And then raising 4 kids. Yes, kids are hilarious, man.
Wow.
They do goofy things all the time. So I never was running out of material with my
And Jesse, I have to say, honestly, I wouldn't let him tell the story on our stream because it didn't feel like it was appropriate for the stream.
No, yeah.
But his vacuum cleaner story literally brought the house down when we were when he was doing it in the stand-ups. Oh my gosh. Seriously.
Well, I mean,
we can go for that next hour.
There ain't very often that you might have the potential of having a Hoover for a grandchild.
Yeah, we can get to that story next hour.
Yeah.
But I think what really got him the most was he had to buy me a new vacuum cleaner. He had to take our son to therapy. We had all kinds of extra incurred costs because of all of that.
Now, Danny, I one day plan to tell the story on their stream. They've asked me to. So don't be giving away the punchlines.
Well, you're here, so go ahead.
No, it's next hour. This hour is
okay.
This is
right.
the hour.
Yeah, we're still with family here, and then next hour we go wild.
Okay, all right. I guess stay tuned if you want to hear it.
Right.
Yeah, I've been waiting 2 weeks to hear that story, so we can wait till another hour.
Yeah. Well, it's not quite an hour. It's only 30 minutes, 32 minutes.
Yep.
So jumping topic again.
Okay.
So when did you decide that you wanted to make fish tubing a thing? Like you were going to say, okay, well, I'm going to start, really trying to gather my subs and trying to get them watch hours. And I really want to make, YouTubing a part of this. When did y'all decide to do that?
That was kind of my fault, but Ken took off with it. I mean, I told him, I said, hey, I think I want to start breeding fish and doing all this for our retirement. And I was watching a boatload of aquarium co-op videos and just different videos from different creators all the time. And I was like, Ken, you could do this. Ken, we could do that. Ken,
well,
what do you think
originally
about
started
this?
us on the channel. This channel wasn't designed to be like a YouTube channel. I have we were setting up tanks everywhere, and my family kept saying, let me see. Well, have you ever tried to post a video on anything? It lets you do like 10 seconds. Well, I got tired of trying to put 210-second videos just to show them one thing, So I figured out through YouTube you could do it, post it, that I could give them the link and they could go check it out. Next thing you know, I'm doing that, and boom, boom, boom. Here's like 15 people I don't know. I'm like, well, that's weird. Another 10 days goes by and boom, boom, boom. There's another 15 or 20 people. I'm like, Danielle, people are like commenting on my tanks now. I don't even know what's going on. So anyway, then I started bettering my skills and started narrating a little bit, And next thing you know, more people were liking it. And now here we are. I think we're just about at 1,700 subscribers and did a nationwide tour. We've had a blast, man.
I
did very few of the videos. They're all Ken.
Yeah, Danny's done 2 videos.
The very first video I seen of y'all was Miss Danny.
Yeah, she did our very first video ever.
And I remember, or I know what it was about. Do you remember?
Yeah, it's about our 75-gallon.
Peaceful
and where
tank,
was
I
it?
think.
It's our bedroom.
Where
tank.
did it sit?
Yeah,
in our bedroom.
Where in the bedroom, though?
Next to my side of the bed.
Very good. That's it.
It's still there.
And you're gonna get tougher than that. We remember everything, Jess.
Good. That's good. And actually, that's like the end of my questions for like writing down. But other than, do you remember the date that you made it to Louisiana and got to ride Flip?
Oh boy, give me 1 sec, because I think I will get darn close.
You probably will.
I'm going to say it was around the 25th or 26th of August.
Close.
And I would have been coming into you, I want to say it was mid-afternoon, about 2:30.
What day?
Was it the 26th or the 27th?
It was September 1st.
Was it that?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
I don't remember a lot of the dates on my trip.
Yeah.
I just,
I would
if you can imagine,
that.
it was all one big month to me. But
That was fly by night. In at 12, gone by 5. In at 12, gone by 5.
Well, I think I've tripped old Jess out. She didn't believe me, man. We were up late, and I said, "Well, I'll be on the road probably before you get up." And boy, I was up and gone.
Yep.
But she woke up early just for me. She woke up early for me to see me off,
which is unusual because they don't usually do many mornings. In fact, Kenny's usually calling to make sure that I'm up for my stream on Tuesdays.
This is so funny. It's like, where were you when Mount St. Helens blew? GRB says, the first time I saw Daniken was when he picked LRB up from the airport to talk at Daniken's Aquarium Club.
That's how him and I became the good friends that we are now. I mean, we had such a fun time that weekend, man.
Oh, he was so much fun. Seriously.
And I bet you his ears were burning because, I mean, I was just talking. Blah, 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 blah. Just from the time it took him from getting to the airport to drop him off at his hotel, I was like, blah, 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 blah.
I could imagine.
Then he came over here and filled my fish room. We chilled out. That night, I don't think he wanted to go back to the hotel. He wanted to hang out here with me, but then he eventually said, I suppose I should get over there.
At that time, I didn't have a spare bedroom set up, but because of LRB's visit, I now have a spare bedroom, one of them already set up, and I plan on having a second one done here.
One of our rooms got booted a fish tank so we could have a guest room.
Right.
And I want a second guest room now. We're going to start working. The room that Danny is sitting in, I would like to be a second guest room soon.
But he wants me to move all my fish tanks downstairs. No.
I said you could keep one there for work.
Because right now it's my office.
I want to get all this water on the lower level where there's concrete, not hardwood floors, man.
All right.
That makes sense. Yeah, I think Joe has now decided, Kenny, that I'm not getting the room.
Oh,
that,
no.
I'm just going to have to, one day we're going to build out the other end of the mobile home, and he'll have his room, and then I'll have mine on the other end. But at least
if I were you, I'd go down to the hardware store, get you some forms, and have Chubz up and just start mixing concrete and start pouring a foundation. I bet you
we'll have a barn raising party.
You start pouring a foundation, make it about, I don't know, 2,200 square foot, So he's like, what is she? You said I could add on to my end. That's what I'm doing.
That's right. He would get a little upset, though, when I knocked the door out the bedroom wall into the room.
No, you got to negotiate with him. We don't even have to have it connected to the house. Just build a second little place for me right out here.
Yeah, you got property. Buildings, man.
Yeah, man.
Truth.
I just make a second place. Then, if you're thinking, you could actually put a sign up, Mays, Tails, Furs, and Fins. You got a place where you can do retail.
I'm going to tell you what, actually, because of all the ice storms and everything that just came through, I had somebody call me. They didn't ask for fish. They didn't ask for shrimp. They didn't even ask about the puppies. They wanted to know if I had a mouse or a small rabbit for their snake. And I said, no, sorry, I don't. And now they're out, in the woods, if you'd like that, I can show you, I can point you in that direction. I said, I don't carry those. I said, by the way, how did you even put me with that? I'm not at that store. But I guess because of fur and fins, he thought the fur meant rabbit. Literally. Yeah. I was baffled by that one.
Well, I was rather disappointed when I made it down to you. I thought you were going to come greet me in a fur coat or something,
Yeah, in the middle of summer. You thought you were going to greet him with a fur coat on.
Oh, then in the middle of the summer?
That's what I just said.
Summer here? No. I don't think I even own a fur coat.
Yeah, I don't think I was in anything but shorts on my whole trip. Everywhere I went was hot this year.
Yeah, Greg said my she shed, my fish
Yes.
shed.
Yeah, there you go. You got to get you a she shed.
Yeah, that's
I'm
a
always
mouthful.
teasing Danny. If Danny says, I want a she shed,
Right?
There's no place to put
Hey, I
one
like
on
that.
my property.
That sounds
I look at her and I'll laugh and say, you got a she house. What are you talking about, a she shed?
It's true. It's very true.
Yeah. Well, we went to cleaning up that 55 and it ain't going to work. It's leaking at the bottom and I'm not going to try and reseal it.
It
And
ain't
I'm
worth
about
the hassle. To me, it ain't.
No, I'm about fit to be tied with trying to get all the calcium off of it. I said, I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I can go get Greg's 20s that I owe him, and I can go get my 20s and be done with it.
Danny and I tried that sealing stuff in younger years, and it's just not worth it for all the extra hassle. And
yeah.
And then half the time it's still leaked.
Right. I got a friend that can use it for a snake perfectly. So there you go.
Nowadays, when we have that, it just feels so good when you go, ah, boom, kaboom.
Ooh,
you know,
that's an idea.
Get a whole week's worth of aggravation off on that one take. I have to tell you, I was feeling it yesterday, wasn't I, Danny?
Yeah.
Catfish Nation, thank you for coming in. We appreciate it. Glad you got to hang while you did.
Catfish Nation, good to see you, buddy.
Danny Welsh, man cave? Nope. Dude dungeon.
Dude dungeon.
A dude dungeon.
I've never heard that dude dungeon. I like that. Dude dungeon. I do too. That sounds like that would come from Dragon Lair, you know? But I looks like it goes from him too. Oh my gosh. And everybody's getting a vacuum. A vacuum. Next.
We'll leave them with the old nobody does it like
Kenneth, stop. Greg the Guppy guy says you could cut the silicone off the leaky tank and make tops for your other tanks.
Could.
It's actually
very could.
Really good idea.
I've got some that I've got long ways and I've got the other ones that are turned like that. So make some that slid back would be great. That's awesome. That's a good idea. Greg, you gonna come help me? Hey, Diego.
What's up, Diego?
Wait, what is my 55? I got for $30. I like to get old to be Van Henley. Yeah, that's how much. I paid 40 for the 55. I think 30 or 40. So, but they got rid of it because they knew it was going on. And
man, you guys got to get a fish club, man, because like 40s and 50 gallons in our club, we'll be lucky if we can get $20 out. 25 maybe.
Yeah, we sell them for cheap. At the club meetings. Yeah.
See, I would do it. Like I would even organize it, but I don't want to be over it. Like I don't want to be president. I've been there, done that lately in the last several years, and it drains you.
Danny's having me making sure they've asked me to do it at our club, and Danny's like, Kenny, what free time do you have nowadays to do that? And she's right. We don't have free time anymore.
I practically think you do it anyway.
Not as much as I used to.
I've gathered. You're always pushing them.
I know. I've backed way down from what I was doing.
Well, that's true. I guess because when I was watching some of the earlier videos when y'all first started too, you're like, y'all need to go see them. They're great. And I imagine they are and wish we had one. But you're like the not poster child, but speaker person. So, I would think, you're just about there.
Well, we have a guy who rounds up our speakers.
Yeah. If we trust, if I like people, I generally try to help them. I do. That's what I do.
Right.
Just like the fish fam, somebody's getting close to their 1K, I try to get in there, try to help them get across. I want to see everybody there, man, because the reason I do have a twisted side to that. What I benefit from all of you being at 1K you all can live stream from your phones now, and I get to see cool footage. That's the way I look at it.
I started an aquarium group. It was well, I mean, see, like I was over the 4-H horse club, and then I was running this horse drill team on top of that, and Landon going to school, and my older son being at home, and we were competing. And so, I mean, it was non-stop. I never had a night I wasn't hauling horses. I never had a night that I wasn't coming home after hauling horses. And, so I finally said, look, I need to step down. Somebody else needs to step in. Well, when I asked that after 2 years, guess what? Nobody did. And so it ended up they migrated the horse club into the livestock club, which brings in it brings it into the cows and the chickens and the rabbits, whereas horses usually are separate group of their own. And now they're no longer that. And I feel like it's my fault, but I gave them 2 good years. And then, so it's not my fault nobody else wanted to step up because they knew how much work it was.
Right. Hey, Jess, I wore my trout breeches for your stream. You see there? I got trout all over there.
Yep. So yeah, I mean, I think you would be really good at it. I really do.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. It's a lot
It's
of work.
only the most you're allowed to do it for is 2 years anyway. So
Yeah.
in 2 years, somebody else would have to take over. So
Gosh,
maybe I should.
uncomfortable.
We're still thinking about it because, again, it's a commitment. I'm already streaming 2 nights a week, and I'm on what's his name stream 1 night a week, and then Catfish Terry usually lets me on. I mean, YouTube's already kind of taken over, and then you add that to the kettle. I mean, it's going to be a handful.
I understand. So out of your hat, do you have a story other than the one that would be next? You could pull and tell.
Sure. Yep. Ken, you should tell them about you showing off to Rick Brandt with your waiters.
Oh, God. You really want me to tell that story?
Oh, you can tell the one about the glitter again.
Well, this guy, it's when we were first meeting this couple. Our daughters were friends. So they found out that I like to fish. Their daddy was a fisherman. So they hooked us up on this blind date to go fishing together. So anyway, it went pretty well. We went, I think we caught a couple of coho salmon. We had a great time on the water. And then it comes time and we're cruising on in. And he looks at the end of my boat and he sees that I have those, they're little knee-high waders. They only come up to about here. Hip waders, I guess they call them.
Right.
He goes, what are those for? I said, oh, that's so when I, put my boat in or get ready to take it out, I won't have to worry about getting my feet wet. I just jump on in and, we're good to go. We just keep on moving. So anyway, I'm getting ready to go out and in. I told him to take the wheel so I can get in there. And I put them on. I take all the effort, put them on. I jump in and the water's up to here. I feel these hip waders and he's laughing at me because I'm like doing the bob. So he kind of like has to grab me while steering the boat, drags me to shore, and I get up on the thing and I'm able to lift my boat. They're like 400 pounds a piece, and I can pull them off, and they're just pouring out, man. I probably put like 22 gallons of water, and he lost it. I mean, he's on the shore just upside down, laughing his ass off, and that's how we met. But that's the kind of things that happen to me.
But only Ken would put on.
But I mean, we were
waders.
2 feet offshore. Who would have thought it was 10 feet deep right there, But that's the kind of stuff that happens all the time to me. It was
Well, at least I didn't have any glitter to throw on you at the time.
right. Well, the glitter's good, man. If you guys got to keep it up for your woman out there, man. Find if there's a little something, makes her happy. You got to do it once in a while.
I don't know. Kenny, could you see Joe doing that? No.
Oh my God, Jess! I can't believe you just put that mental image in my head. Joe? Oh, Joe! Is he working?
I tried to get him on here tonight. I tried, but he's.
Is he there at the house right now?
Yeah.
Tell him I said he needs to get some glitter.
GRB says waiters have been responsible for some drownings here.
Well, the honest God truth, GRB, if my buddy wasn't there that day, I probably would have been one of them because it was like 10 foot of water. Lucky I'm 6'4", so I'd get to the bottom and I'd kind of give myself a boost just so I could get a gulp of air. And then he finally was able to grab the back of me and drag me to shore. But it was ugly, man.
This guy has saved Ken from more pickles. Like there was a time that Ken started a fire in our kitchen cooking clams, and it was on the stove, and the flames are getting bigger and bigger. So Ken throws a towel over the top of it. Well, the towel promptly bursts into flames, and so Rick just reaches behind Ken and turns off the burner.
Mercy.
Just as simple as that.
But Ken was hopping all over the kitchen.
Well, you guys don't make it sound like it was nothing. It ignited and boom! It was like instant flame. I mean, I'm the one guy that can ruin Thanksgiving too, man. I was boiling, using one of those turkey boiler deals, and I threw that turkey in there, man, and I didn't do it slow. I just kind of boom. That shit came up over the top. Boom! This big bowl of flames everywhere, dude. I mean, I'm like, whoa. Well, nobody told me you had to do it slow. I'm just like, let's get her done. Boom!
What we do is we turn the fire off before we drop the turkey. That way you don't have that big flame.
I didn't do that, Chubz. It was a mess. That was the end of the turkey. That was the end of the turkey fryer. I ruined everything.
Yep.
So seriously, I've taken over the cooking.
Hey, now I do cook some things right now. You just quit.
He does. He cooks fish very well.
Kenny,
there he is. Hey, get your glitter on, boy. Jess was just sitting here telling us how she loves Edward on that vampire show. Thought she would love for you to look like him.
Glitter, glitter, glitter.
Hard to hear.
Yeah.
But the only key is, Joe, if you ever do it, you cannot shower before you go to work. You got to go in there where you work with everybody and let them see you all glittered up like that.
I like to tell him the story. He's like, no glitter.
No glitter.
All right, on. Yeah,
Kenny got glitter, and then he ended up going to the car lot. And he still had glitter on him. Didn't realize there was cars and glitter on him.
I'll tell you what, that's a rarity, guys.
Glitter.
Yeah, I only got Danny on this stream. You got Joe on this stream in the same night. That's unheard of.
I know. Well, at least I got his head.
That's a good part.
We're getting there. Maybe next time we'll get the whole body. But at least we got his head today.
Rockford says his sister brushed ammonia on a turkey one year.
Oh my God.
Well, I tell you what, she lives in Rockford too. It's probably a good thing we never met. I wouldn't want to see those kids. We'd be making some mistakes, boy.
Oh, for sure.
Patty, Ken cooks fish very well. Yes, he does. He does catch fish on those fishing outings that he takes.
Danielle, hold on. I think she's trying to imply you're on a fish stream, right? We don't eat fish.
Yeah. Get the mac and cheese from now on.
They're giving Joe some crap now. The man behind the curtain.
Yeah, we're from Louisiana.
Yeah. So, Kenny and Greg are the only two that have met Joe. Chubz hadn't got to meet Joe yet.
Chubz still hasn't met him?
Nope, we ain't been down there yet.
No, I did talk to him on.
We were supposed to go down there for the what were they calling it? Aquafest, but they canceled it.
Yeah, they moved it to next year.
So that sucked bad.
Well, Portland's starting to look like I'm going to check into it. We might actually, because I think the governor says we can have meetings up to 50 people now finally, which I think that would be good enough to have a meeting now for our club. I'm hoping that we can But our club's siding on the caution side. They don't want to get anybody sick. But I'm a firm believer, man. We're all adults, man. Wear a mask. And if you're not feeling good, stay home. Maybe it's pretty. We're all adults, man. Well, maintain your social distances and let's get some fish, man.
Right. So I wear a mask and I still got it, but it wasn't because of wearing a mask.
Well, look at me. I went across the country and back. Do I have COVID? Nope. And I went in some heavily COVID areas, guys. It's wear a mask, wash your hands.
Yeah.
And keep your distance.
Don't touch your face.
Yeah.
Don't touch your face.
Yeah,
that's what I have trouble with, Chubz.
That's a good one.
I'm a face toucher, especially in my sleep. I'm always fidgeting with my face. That's the only part
you just wash your hands before you go to sleep and you should be all right.
Yeah. That's the only part.
Whether you think it's government control or not, Danny, it is for real. It's for real. And it's very painful.
Government control, blah, blah,
coming
blah.
out of the horse's mouth. Because I have it. And
they always say don't touch your face, and I didn't realize how much of a face toucher I am until I saw myself on a video.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I mean, but you don't realize how. I mean, my hands are always in a tank.
Patty,
but I'm always cleaning the tank.
Patty says blah blah blah. Common sense. Blah blah blah.
That's right, Patty.
I'll tell you that Patty's trouble. She causes trouble on my streams too.
Yeah, she ain't causing no trouble. She's just causing a conversation.
She does that good.
So me and Danny both had it in February of last year. Yeah, I was like one of the early birds to get it.
I think I might have had it, but it don't matter what bug it is, man. It just doesn't affect me like it does everybody. I usually 2-3 days I'm down. Except that 1 year with Kaylee. I don't remember what I had that time. That knocked me out that time. Yeah. That was what, 15, 20 years ago?
Yeah. It was a long time ago.
Yeah, I catch one of them about every 10 years too. That really knocked
Yeah, that one knocked me down for almost 10 days, which is unlike me, man.
And him and my daughter both had a super high fever during that whole time, and they were both so sick. And so here I am taking care of 2 really sick people.
Yeah, it's never fun.
No, because my household had it, and I had it, but I had to take care of them because Mama's got to take care of, Oh, yeah. Fun times will never be forgotten.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
And then on top of that, we get this crazy, winter blast? What do they call it?
They call it Snowmageddon here.
Snowmageddon, yeah.
Snowmageddon.
But I'll tell you guys what, it was no joke here. They said it was the worst storm in like 30 years. We have a ton of full-size fir tree, 200-plus foot tall trees on the ground. Highways were shut down all around. Danny and I thank the Lord. We had somebody looking out for us. So all around us, people lost power everywhere. We had power the whole time. So I'm thankful for that.
We did, but my buddy Joe lost power on the 12th, and he's not scheduled to get his power back until March 2nd or 3rd. So he's still without power.
That was
Go ahead and jump off. My stream started. See y'all over there.
All right, Chubz.
Oh, if we have to, Chubz.
Right. Yeah, you do. All right, see you later.
I think Jess was getting ready to say something else.
Well, it looks like it's yours and my show now.
Apparently, we didn't freeze. Poor Jess.
Okay. Come back.
Man, Jess, you're lucky I didn't have my phone tonight. I would have been sending you some good pictures of you tonight.
Right? I know. I called my LFS today and to see if they needed any fish. And they said, no, they weren't selling any fish right now. And I said, well, why? She's like, because there's a bull band or whatever going on. And I said, okay, y'all have an RO system. What's the problem? And she said, well, they don't want to sell any of the fish because they can't refill the RO system. Tell me where that makes sense. What am I missing? Because I don't know.
I think you want to sell something if you're going to be in business to do so, right? Wow.
Yeah.
They didn't want to sell the fish because the tanks will be empty? Is that what they're...
Yeah, you got me. I kept trying to figure out
Oh,
exactly
you know what?
what.
I know what they're talking about, Jess. What it is if they can't refill the tanks, think about it. You got to take the water out of the tanks for each fish you're selling, and you keep doing it all week. Then you got a quarter tank of water, and then you got a problem, right?
But why can't you refill the RO system with the water, the tap water?
Maybe
Doesn't
there's some
the RO
poison in it.
Doesn't the
Well,
RO take everything out?
I don't know.
It depends on what poisons are in there. What if maybe something got leached in their water or something? RO's not going to take 100% of the poison out of the water.
They would need one of those other things,
Why
light
is there
things.
poison in the water?
Fertilizer. It could be a lot of things that could have leached into the well or whatever. I mean, I don't know.
Well, like us, they're turning our water on and off, which I think they're done with that. I think we still have water tonight, but we've been only having water from 7 to 2 o'clock during the day, and then they shut it off, and then we get it back from 7 to 9 at night, and then they shut it off. We don't get it back again until 7 in the next morning, because we have, I guess, on a normal day, they're running 200 gallons per minute. And then on a regular, they're running, regular is 200. Because of everybody letting their pipes drip, they're running 800 to 900. And they had a bunch of people's pipes bust, and we had a few mains break. So they were having to shut our waters off. So I don't know if that's got something to do with it.
Oh, no, the mains break. So it's only going to be tails, furs, and fins now.
Do what?
You said there's a main break. I said no more. It's only going to be tails, furs, and fins now. No mains.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I wish I could main break them sometimes.
Oh, see, Merdul says, yeah, it's a boil order. Okay, I got
That
it.
makes sense.
All right.
What,
Yeah.
carbon block?
No, the boiling means that you need to boil the water because of the pathogens in the water. So that stuff there that you need to make sure it's disinfected.
Oh, Lord. George is cooking tonight, he says.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Well, you better follow us over to Chubz, because in less than a minute, we're headed over that way. I want to thank everybody that came to the first hour over here on my stream, but the first hour of Down the Bayou with Jess and Chubz and our special guests, Miss Danny and Mr. Kenny E. from Daniken Aquatics.
Now, I'm going to tell everybody, if you haven't hit that subscribe button for Miss Jess, do so. I do see a few names from
all of their, where y'all's merch and stuff.
Oh, yeah, the Teespring. We have that.
Yeah.
We have the Teespring.
Yeah, Teespring.
I like the
That's
mask.
what it's called. Why can't I
That's
remember?
my favorite thing. That's what we sell the most of, are the face masks right now.
Love the
Everybody
face
likes
mask.
the face mask. And they're comfortable. You know, you
Yeah.
get some of those that just dig your ears. And
Yes.
the ones that Teespring sell are comfortable. So,
All right, you guys. Well, let's head on over there. He's ready.
all right. Did he send us
Out
links? How's
Yeah,
that
well,
work?
it did
Jeff?
30 minutes ago it went. I actually haven't gotten the notification that he went live, though. So I guess we could hang out until he gives that.
No, I'm talking about the links for your guests.
He won't do a intro or anything like that. We just move on over.
Oh, and does he just drop a link in the chat
Yeah.
or something? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he'll just drop a link in chat once we get over there, and then us will come up that way.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're new to this here with these two, so we're learning as we go here. Hey, Steph, what's going on?
Link is
There
in
you
chat.
have it.
Yeah.
There you go. Steph says it will contaminate their RO system.
Okay, he's live now, and link is pinned. So I didn't get a notification for the going live, but
All
We
right,
go
we'll see you
Monday.
over there.
that's
We'll
right.
see you over there.
Bye.
And Danny, when we get over there, don't forget to drop the YouTube part, though, once we go on.